Namaste. My name is JVN Rishi Gautam from Department of Journalism. Today's topic is what is communication? यानी कि संचार क्या है। तो चूँकि हम जनसंचार के विद्यार्थी हैं या पत्रकारिता कहें कि पत्रकारिता के विद्यार्थी हैं, ऐसे में सबसे पहला टॉपिक जो हमें जानना चाहिए, जो हमें पढ़ना चाहिए, वो है संचार। तो संचार में सबसे पहला टॉपिक होगा कि संचार होता क्या है, व्हाट इज़ कम्युनिकेशन। तो इस वीडियो लेक्चर में आज हम इसी विषय पर बात करेंगे कि कम्युनिकेशन क्या होता है, व्हाट इज़ कम्युनिकेशन। कम्युनिकेशन इज सिंपली द एक्ट ऑफ ट्रांसफरिंग इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम वन प्लेस, person or group to another. Every communication involves at least one sender, a message, and a recipient. This may sound simple, but communication is actually very complex subject. The transmission of the message from sender to recipient can be affected by a huge range of things. These include our emotions, the cultural situation, the medium used to communicate, and even our location. The complexity is why good communication skills are considered so desirable by employers around the world. Accurate, effective, and unambiguous communication is actually extremely hard. The imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. The successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feelings, that is communication. At this definition makes clear, communication is more than simply the transmission of information. The term requires an element of success in transmitting or imparting a message, whether information, ideas, or emotions. Now, we will come to discuss a communication therefore has three parts: the sender, the message, and the recipient. The sender encodes the message, usually in a mixture of words and non-verbal communication. It is transmitted in some way, for example, in speech or writing, and the recipient decodes it. Of course, there may be more than one recipient, and the complexity of communication means that each one may receive a slightly different message. Two people may read very different things into the choice of words and or body language. It is also possible that neither of them will have quite the same understanding as the sender. In face-to-face communication, the roles of the sender and recipient are not distinct. The two roles will pass back and forwards between two people talking. Both parties communicate with each other, even if in very subtle ways, such as through eye contact or lack of, and general body language. In written communication, however, the sender and recipient are more distinct. Categories of communication. Now, the point is categories of communication. There are a wide range of ways in which we communicate, and more than one may be occurring at any given time. The different categories of communication include spoken or verbal communication, which includes face-to-face, telephone, radio or television and other media. Next is non-verbal communication, covering body language, gestures, how we dress or act, where we stand, and even our scent. There are many subtle ways that we communicate, perhaps even unintentionally, with others. For example, the tone of voice can give clues to mood or emotional state, whilst hand signals or gestures can add to a spoken message. Next is written communication, which includes letter, emails, social media, books, magazines, the internet, and other media. Until recent times, a relatively small number of writers and publishers were very powerful when it comes to communicating the written word. Today, we can all write and publish our ideas online, which has led to an explosion of information and communication possibilities. Next point is visualization. Visualization, graphs and charts, maps, logos, and other visualization can all communicate messages. The process of interpersonal communication cannot be regarded as phenomena which simply happens. Instead, it must be seen as a process that involves participants who negotiate